Am I my brother's keeper? I'm sure some of us have at least one point in time asked this question, am I my brother's keeper? Well, the answer is yes. You are your brother's keeper. We are all our brothers and sisters' keepers. Jesus, when asked what was the most important commandment, he said the first was to love your God with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. And second was to love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus also reminds us that we are called to do unto others what we would want them to do unto us. So, friends, this concept of loving our neighbor and being there for our neighbor and caring about our neighbor is repeated in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, and even Jesus' own brother James speaks about this in James chapter 2, where he says, if you love your neighbor, then you are doing it correct. So, if you are in a season where you are questioning and asking yourself, am I my brother's keeper? Settle that matter because you are your brother's keeper. Because if you do not raise your voice and if you do not stand for your brother and your sister, the people that God brings into your sphere of influence, into your paths, then God will raise other sources. God will raise the rocks to cry out the glory of God. We also know that when God brings people into our paths, it's not our job to weed them out based on the criteria that we have developed. So my challenge to you today is to spend some time, if you're grappling with the question, am I my brother's keeper, to spend some time to understand where that is coming from and to ask God to help you to love your neighbor, love your brother, to love your sister with the care and the genuine love and affection and empathy that God expects us to have for the people in our lives.